Record. Hey, it's pronounced VAG and I'm Adam. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to replace your Sun Visor LED with the deAutoLED Sun Visor kit. All right, before we go replacing this LED for the Sun Visor, I'm going to take some measurements. I've got the X-Tech LT300 again, just like I did with the trunk light. I'm going to measure the foot candles output of this, and I want to measure a couple of different places. The first place that I think will be the easiest standard that anybody could replicate is if I put the leading edge of the seat all the way down and then put it directly under the light, put the tool directly on there and measure what the output is. I think that would be easily replicable by anybody to measure. And then I want to do something as a reference for kind of the, what you're actually going to be using this light for. When you open this up, your face is going to be in this area and you're going to want to see how bright it is. So the next standard place would be if I put my sun visor at 90 degrees and I just put the light meter directly up, bumped up against the bottom of the sun visor and in line with the light. I'm sitting here waiting for some of the lights in the interior to turn off. I'm in my garage, so it's a pretty controlled environment. There's no interfering lights. I'm just waiting for the footwell lights to turn off. They'll turn off here in just a moment. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna measure with the sun visor right at about 90 degrees underneath here. And then what I've done was adjusted my seat so the seat base is all the way down, the leading edge is tilted all the way down, and the seat is actually pushed as far back as possible. So then I'm going to measure while I'm sitting in this seat what that will be. I'll get my body out of the way as much as I can while I'm sitting here. So let me go ahead and take some measurements. I'm putting the sensor directly under the light with the base butt up against the sun visor, right about square in the middle of the mirror. And my measurement is at 3.35 foot candles. So now I'm going to measure directly in the middle of the seat, trying to face directly upward at the light. I'm going to try and move my legs and my body as much out of the way of the meter as possible. And I'll remain at 0.15 foot candles for the measurement to the seat, with the seat all the way down and all the way back. Awesome. This is on the driver's side. You're gonna reach toward the left outside edge of the light and just pop it down. There's a little teeny tiny clip here that just holds that in. When you do the passenger side, it's also gonna be the outer edge. So on the passenger side, you'll grab this side and pull it down. All right, so believe it or not, I figured out a way to put my tripod in the car so I can show you guys this in fine detail, like I always do. So this is the LED panel here that we're gonna be removing. There are two black plastic tabs here that are on the back side. So what I'm gonna do is just get my screwdriver in this little bit here, pull back with my finger, and just pop it up ever so slightly. And then I'm gonna do the opposite side and hope that the one side that I already undid doesn't come undone. All right, sweet. You're gonna be really careful with those plastic bits because, as everybody knows, they can break. So you're gonna lift up on that slightly and I think you're just gonna wiggle this out. Here is the OEM, so you can see it, the OEM 2 LED light. And there's some part number information for the geeks and freaks out there that love that stuff. Somebody out there is going to want to know that. All right, here's a look at the deAutoLED Sun Visor. This is a 2x6 arrangement. If my math does me right, that's 12 LEDs on there. Let's see if I can zoom in here. I was having a little bit of trouble getting these pins in. All right, so you guys can see very well that these pins need to go in the very bottom of these openings, right under that little, I don't know what shape that is, pointing upward, but then it just pushes right in to those holes. All right, so now that we've got that in there, I'm just going to press that without trying to break anything right into there. Ooh, it is tight. So you got to give it a good press until it butts up there. And then I'm going to press these little black bits back a little bit, and boom, it's popped right in. It's in, it's working. All right, now that we have tested that it's working, let's go ahead and shove it back up in here, nice and easy. And then we're gonna slide it over. This little clip, it just pushes right up in there, and that's it. All right, so I think you might be able to see me a little bit easier. This light is pretty bright compared to the OEM LED. I'm gonna give you a little bit of idea, when I was trying to see myself in the mirror before, to really see anything, even though this is the only source of light, I really had to get directly under the light. Now, if I want to see something, I don't have to be right up on the mirror. I can see myself within about a 10-inch, 12-inch area of the mirror. If I really need to get close and see that blackhead or that zit, I can get right up in there and I'm probably going to see it. So, all the other lights just turned off in the cabin, so I'm going to grab my tool. We're going to measure out exactly how much light this is putting out. All right, so I've got my meter out now. Wow. I'm seeing on the meter here, let's call it 23.45 foot candles. All right, so now I'm going to measure the second point of reference where I have the seat all the way down and all the way back. It is exactly 1 foot candle, 1.00 foot candle. I'll take a look back and let you know in just a second what that difference was. Over on the left here on the driver's side, I have the deAutoLED installed. I still have the OEM installed on the passenger side. You can obviously see which one is quite a bit brighter. All right, so I've just completed installing the driver's side and passenger side lights, and I'm really impressed. I have to say again that I was a little concerned that they were going to be too bright. Let's see. So here's the, it's on this side. There's the light. It's really hard to come across on the camera exactly what it looks like. But I took measurements and I have my notes here of exactly how bright they were. The OEM light, when I put it at the base here, was 3.35 foot candles. Sorry, the base of the Sun Visor. The deAutoLED was 23.45 foot candles. And that is exactly 7 times brighter. You might say, wow, 7 times brighter, that sounds like too much. I was actually really impressed. It didn't seem like too much. Maybe I've been staring at the lights for too long, but it was the right amount of light that I actually expected from that light from Volkswagen. So I'm really happy with it. Again, I thought it was going to be way too much. So then when I measured down here on the seat, I have the seat all the way down, all the way back, and the OEM LED was 0.15 foot candles. The deAutoLED, when I measured that same exact spot, was 1.00 foot candles, and that was we'll call it 6.66, or we'll round up to 7, almost 7 times brighter at that point than the OEM LED. So I'm going to call this one 7 times brighter than the OEM Sun Visor LED. It's just right. All right, folks, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it was helpful information for you. And as the hat suggests, I heart data. That's one of the reasons why I really enjoy doing the measurement and verification of these differences and changes. So the lighting one is a pretty easy one for me. Try and do as much of that as I can in the future. So if you enjoy this, please give us a like. Maybe subscribe. Let me know if there's anything that you want to see or you have any thoughts about. Cheers. All right, folks. One parting thought about the Sun Visor lights in the Golf. If you want to make your boo happy, whether that's boo boy or boo girl, you should get these. It'll make their experience much better. Do it.